Assalamualaikum. My name is Said Hashim bin Wan Obeng, second year student from School of Management. Today, I will be presenting about my research topic, which is the role of Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak to support society development for the course AUP397 Management Study, which was supervised under Dr. Anwar Al-Lapiche. Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak or TBS role is to manage zakat, infak, sedekah and wakaf to support the Muslim community in Sarawak. They do this in order to reduce the poverty, to uplift the rural areas and to promote social equity through the Islamic financial methods. Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak was established under the Sarawak Baitulmal Enactment 1993, which was supervised by MAIS, Majlis Agama Islam Sarawak. As you can see, only 65% of Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak Zakat Fund reached to the beneficiaries despite a 14% collection increase from the year 2021 until 2023. This may be due to the lack of public awareness, weak coordination, and access issues in the remote area, especially in the rural area. So the reason why I did this research is to assess the TBS effectiveness in delivering zakat to those most in need, especially under the category of 8 asnaf. For my research, there are three main research questions, which is firstly is what is the structure and mode of operation of Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak? Secondly is what types of program do Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak implemented to support the society development? And lastly is how much people benefits from TBS from recent year. Based on my literature review of my research is that Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak has its own core role, where the continuation of Baitulmal tradition, which to manage zakat, sadaqah, wakaf and infak for the social economic development. As you can see, the main objective of TBS is to alleviate poverty, where they give financial aid for students and provide skill training, example like vocational training, where they teach how to manually service an air condition, which help to reduce the poverty and to promote self-reliance so that the people, the beneficiary, will not depend on TBS for longer more. People who donate, they are motivated by faith, the visible impact of the zakat fund and social influence, where the trust in the institutional or TBS itself. TBS has its own governance matter, where they need to be regularly audit the transparency of the institution and the community involvement to build the public trust. From this literature review, I can see that there are future potential of TBS where they need to explore more of the Islamic financial tools like sukuk and e-wakaf to enhance the funding and sustainability of the Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak. For my research, the methodology that I've been using is based on the quantitative case study with inductive approach under the interpretivist paradigm. The sources that I've been using is from the academic literature plus a semi-structured interview with the TBS official. Furthermore, the technique that I've been using to analyze is based on the thematic analysis to explore the trends, the challenges, and the strength in the TBS operation. Last but not least is the tools that I've been using for this research is the RStudio Bibliography app, the VOS Viewer, and Microsoft Excel for the data and citation organization. Let's proceed to the main part, which is the result and discussion of my research. As you can see, the first table is the table of zakat collection and distribution of TBS from 2014 until 2024, where these data will be later on turned into graph. And the second table is the program implemented by TBS. As you can see, there are main 4 theme for TBS distribution fund, which is firstly is the PMTK, the program mengukuhkan tradisi keilmuan. Secondly is the program memantapkan kebajikan ummah, PMKU. And the thirdly is the PMII, which is the program membangunkan institusi Islam. Last but not least is the program peningkatan kemahiran ummah, PPKU, which in total under this 4 theme funds program, there are 63 in total program existed for Baitulmal to give to the beneficiaries. Firstly is figure 1, which shows the zakat collection in Sarawak. As you can see, From the graph, there are steady increase in zakat collection over 10 years from the year 2014 until 2024. The lowest collection was in the year 2014 as much as 67.3 million, which may be to the early stage of public awareness. The highest collection was in the year 2024 as much as 143 million, which doubled since the year 2014. After 2020, as you can see from the graph, the public trust more in the institution, which shows as well the collection system has improved. This reflects the TBS growing capacity to mobilize resources for socio-economic development. Secondly is the zakat distribution in Sarawak, which shows as well a steady increase in the zakat distribution over those 10 years from 2014 until 2024. The lowest distribution was in the year 2014, which is 40.5 million, which also reflects the early development stages. And the highest distribution was in the latest year, which is 2024, as much as 112 million, which marks the growth in capacity and outreach of these people. But in year 2023, there are slight decrease, but the overall trends remain upward, which indicates the TBS growing impact to the poverty reduction and to support the vulnerable group. This shows that the TBS need to reinforce their role in socio-economic development within the Muslim community. From graph 3 also shows a steady increase in aid to the fakir, which is extremely poor recipients. The lowest distribution was in the year 2014 as much as 6.73 billion, which reflects the early operational challenges. The highest distribution was in the year 2022 as much as 20.1 million, show the improved collection and outreach. But for the year 2023 and 2024, the data was undisclosed data, so there are no actual distribution help. So this shows that TBS has a growing support for extreme poverty and the need for them of a transparent reporting to maintain donor trust. Graph 4 shows an inconsistent trend in zakat distribution to the miskin or the poor recipients. The highest distribution was in the year 2022 as much as 5.55 million, which reflects the improved outreach. Meanwhile, the lowest distribution was in the year 2015, which is as much as 3.3 million, which suggests the early operational or targeting challenges. Still, in the year 2023 and 2024, the data is undisclosed, so I cannot show the data. Overall, the trend shows progress but also highlights the need for transparent and consistent reporting to build public trust. Figure 5 shows a gradual increase from the year 2014 until 2017, followed by a significant growth until the 2020. The highest distribution is in the year 2020 as much as 16 million, which reflects the increase of the institutional capacity. Meanwhile, the lowest distribution is in the year 2014 as much as 5.85 million, which suggests the early funding or structural limitation. Same in the year 2023 and 2024, there are no data because they are not disclosed and unpublished, which shows that the gaps may be due to the administrative delays or reporting policies or the no absence of distribution. Figure 6 shows a clear upward trend in the aid to the mu'alaf or the convert or new Muslim. The highest distribution was in the year 2022, which is as much as 5.63 million, which reflects the expanding support and outreach. Meanwhile, the lowest distribution is in the year 2014 as much as 2.8 million, which also suggests the early institutional or funding limitation. Same in the year 2023 and 2024, there are no data because they are not published or disclosed. So from this graph, you can see that the gap may be caused by the reporting delays or the confidentiality protocols, but not necessarily reduce the distribution. Figure 7 shows a zakat distribution only in the year 2016 and 2017 at 30,000 ringgit per year for the arikab or the slavery. This suggests a specific undisclosed case during those years, which there are no other distribution recorded in the other year, which indicates no unidentified slavery-related case in Sarawak, which show a positive societal condition in the state of Sarawak. Same in the year 2023 and 2024, there are no disclosed or published data. Figure 8 shows an inconsistent trend in the zakat distribution to Ibn Sabil or stranded travelers. The highest distribution was in the year 2022, which is as much as 17,000 ringgit and 37. The lowest distribution is in the year 2015, which is 834 ringgit only, with at low at 397 ringgit in the year 2020. This shows a fluctuation of irregularity or case-specific assistance across the year. Same in the year 2023 and 2024, there are no disclosed or published data. Figure 9 shows an inconsistent trend in the zakat distribution to gharimin or to those in debt. The highest distribution is in the year 2020, as much as 221 ringgit, 538.30 cent, which has a notable spike. The lowest distribution is in the year 2020, which is as much as 4,340 ringgit. This shows a fluctuation from the year 2014 to 2023. Example like in the year 2016 as much as 34,000 ringgit, 235, and in the year 2020, 8,640 ringgit. The same in the year 2023 and 2024, there are no disclosed and published data. Figure 10 shows a clear upward trend in the zakat distribution to fi sabilillah, which is striving in the cause of Allah. The highest distribution is in the year 2020, which is as much as 45 million ringgit, which is the peak to support the religious and social programs. The lowest distribution is in the year 2014, which is as much as 20.97 million ringgit, reflects the early institutional or funding limit. This shows that the growth reflects improved efficiency and alignment with Sarawak education role as well as the government role. The same in the year 2023 and 2024, there are no disclosed and published data. Figure 11 shows the zakat distribution of Asnaf in the year 2014. For fi sabilillah, it is 51% which received the largest share, which reflects the focus on community development, especially in education. For Fakir, it is 70% and Amil is 14%, which shows that TBS do support the extremely poor and the zakat administration. For Miskin is 8% and for Mu'alaf is 7%, which shows the effort to address the poverty and to support new converts. The minimal allocation is to others, which is 3%. Gharimin is 0.003%. Ibn Zabil is 0.003% and Al-Riqab is 0%. Possibly this is due to the no eligible cases or reporting gaps for slavery. This shows the TBS strategic priority on education and poverty alleviation with the opportunity to improve the equity across all Asnaf. Figure 12 shows the zakat distribution to Asnaf for the year 2015. Fi sabilillah has gotten the highest allocation, which is 54%, which focus on education and community development. For Fakir is 70%, which shows DBS strong commitment to address the extreme poverty. And Amil got 14%, which TBS showed the support towards the zakat administrative and collectors. Miskin obtained 7%, Mu'alaf obtained 6%, others obtained 2%, and Gharimin obtained 0.0%. Meanwhile, Ibn Sabi 0.002%, and the same for Arikab is 0%, which this reflects the TBS priority of development and poverty relief with room to enhance outreach and underrepresented Asnaf. Figure 13 shows the zakat distribution of Asnaf for the year 2016. Fi sabilillah earned the highest distribution, which is 54%, which focus on education and social welfare. Secondly is Fakir obtained 17%, which shows a strong support for those in extreme poverty. Amir received 13%, Miskin received 7%, Mu'alaf received 6%, others is 3%, which cover the miscellaneous or emergency needs. And the other minimal allocation is Arikab 0.06%, Gharimin is 0.07%, Ibnu Sabil is 0.005%, likely due to the limited cases or the identification issues. This shows the TBS focus on development and poverty relief with a need to broaden reach to the underrepresented Asnaf. Figure 14 shows the zakat distribution for Asnaf in the year 2017. Fi Sabilillah obtained the highest percentage, which is 51%. Fakir obtained 19%. Amil obtained 14%. Miskin obtained 7%. Mu'alaf obtained 5%. Others obtained 4%. Arikab, Ibnu Sabil, Gharimin got the minimal allocation, which is below than 1. This shows in the year 2017, TBS continue focus on poverty alleviation and development with opportunities to improve outreach to lesser served Asnaf. Figure 15 shows the zakat distribution of Asnaf for the year 2018. Fi Sabilillah again obtained the highest percentage, which is 50%. Fakir obtained 19%, Amil obtained 70%, Miskin obtained 8%, Mu'alaf obtained 6%, and still there are no allocation to Arikab, Ibnu Sabil, Gharimin, and others, which shows the limited cases for operational gap. This shows in 2018, TBS emphasized the need for policy improvement to ensure more inclusive and effective distribution. Figure 16 shows the zakat distribution of Asnaf for the year 2019. Same for this year, Fi Sabilillah gained the highest percentage, which is 53%. Fakir obtained 80%, Amil obtained 16%, Miskin obtained 8%, and Mu'alaf obtained 5%. The same for this year, there are no allocation for Arikab, Ibnu Sabil, Gharimin, and others. And this year of zakat distribution to Asnaf 2019 suggests a need for enhanced distribution mechanism for more equitable outreach for TBS. Figure 17 shows the zakat distribution of Asnaf for the year 2020, which this year Fi Sabilillah obtained the highest share as well, which is 54%. Fakir obtained 18%, Amil obtained 15%, Miskin obtained 5%, and Mu'alaf 6%. There are small and maybe no allocation for Arikab, Ibnu Sabil, and Gharimin. And this year reflects the TBS to emphasize on education and poverty alleviation more, while highlighting the need to improve the inclusivity and outreach to all Asnaf. Figure 18 shows the zakat distribution of Asnaf for the year 2021, which Fi Sabilillah also obtained the largest share, which is 47%. Fakir obtained 32%, Amil 17%, Miskin 7%, Mu'alaf 7%, and there are small allocation to Arikab, Ibnu Sabil, and no for Gharimin. And for the 2021, this indicates that TBS ongoing prioritization of education and poverty relief, the same in the year 2020. The last figure will be the figure 19, which is the zakat distribution of Asnaf for the year 2022. The same for Fi Sabilillah, which earned the highest share, which is 48%. Fakir 23%, Amil 16%, Miskin 6%, Mu'alaf 7%. There are small allocation to Arikab, Ibnu Sabil, and Gharimin. And this show for the year 2022 reflects the TBS commitment to develop the education and poverty relief as well, the same for the previous 2 years. And there are no zakat distribution graph for the year 2023 and 2024 because there are no disclosed data for specific Asnaf, only for the total of collection and distribution. In conclusion, Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak helps to reduce poverty and support education through zakat-based program. Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak operate with Islamic principle to ensure fair aid distribution through all 8 Asnaf categories. TBS has improved significantly through the structure management and the technology being used by them for the several years. But still, Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak still faces challenges in the rural area due to poor internet and low digital literacy. Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak donors do have trust on them for them to keep on sustaining the contribution of zakat. Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak also implement skill training programs to promote long-term self-reliance of the recipients of zakat. In conclusion, Tabung Baitulmal Sarawak is still progressing but need to improve in order for them to reach equity for all asnaf group. That's all from me. Thank you.